Hello, hello! Welcome back. Here I am again. Thanks for listening again and watching. Today I love to talk about a healthy grieving process of a child. Why is it so important that a child gets the opportunity to go through a healthy grieving process? It's necessary to go through those steps because it helps a child to bond later on in life and have other healthy relationships in life. So that's why it's really important that you help your child to make sure that it goes through the 4 steps of the grieving process. So the loss of something important, like the loss of health, or the movement, or the divorce, or another loss in the life of a child, needs space. Because it helps to continue living in a healthy way. What are the 4 steps that a child needs to go through? I will tell you the 4 steps so you can recognize and see if the child follows those steps. And it can be, normally it goes in this order. It can also, of course, be like go a little bit like the fourth step to the first step, and it can diverse, of course, but most children go this way with the grieving process. The first step, and it comes from Warden in 1992. It's someone who found out about this with children. So it's a scientist, and this is what I like to share about it because I thought it was really helpful to learn. The first step is acknowledge. The child acknowledge the situation, acknowledge the loss. It is facing the reality of the loss, and it understands that it's really over. When it comes to a divorce, my mom and dad are really going through this divorce, and they are never going to live together again. It's over, and we will have a new situation. It will never be the same as it used to be. It will be different from now on. This is the first task. Acknowledge that the relationship is over, and the divorce is just a fact. The child in this phase understands what happened. What happened that it didn't work out between the parents. And of course, a 2-year-old and a 12-year-old, a 22-year-old, they hear the message in their words that they can understand. A 2-year-old gets other information than a 22-year-old. And it of course, it will be in simple words, but in the language that a child can understand. So don't use too difficult words, just the words that a child knows, so it understands why it didn't work out, what happened. That's the first phase, and that's really an important one, because after the child understands what happened, what made it happen that it didn't work out, it starts to accept a reality, and it can start the process of grieving. That's the very first step. The second step is recognize. The child recognizes the feeling, recognizes the emotions that come with the loss. And it recognizes that, oh, I'm angry now at the moment, or I'm really sad at the moment, or I feel depressed at the moment, or I feel happy at the moment, or it starts to recognize the emotions that come with the divorce or with any other loss. So that's one big step, recognizing the emotions that come with this loss. And the pain and the loss is being felt through the whole body. And when the child can get quiet and withdraw him or herself, or can get angry, or get other sad feelings. If this happens, and you see it, and the child talks about it, and knows it, recognizes it, acknowledge the feelings, then it's important to look with the child how it can, in which way the feeling can be expressed. When it's angry, of course, it cannot break the furniture in the house. That's not a healthy way. But what can you do? You can buy a box ball. I don't know the Dutch word, the English word. Something to box, or you can buy old plates, something that you can break. You can buy it from second-hand stores and tell your child, here is a box. You can break these things, and it's all right if you break it, because we bought this especially for this, for your grieving process. So if you feel really angry and you really want to break something, don't touch my own furniture, but you can take this and you can smash it to this wall, especially location. You can out this. You can make sure that it gets out of your body, or you can ask your child, what do you need? And your child can say, well, if I feel sad, I just don't want you to talk to me at that moment. So there will be a card on the table when you're having dinner and all of a sudden your child starts feeling sad. You can have a card on the table, and a child turns the card and says sad. And then everyone on the table knows, okay, he or she feels sad at a moment, so don't talk to this person, because you promised and you agreed on this is the way you want to talk, you want to react in this situation. You talk about what helps your child, what does your child need, so that the emotions will not stay in the body, but it can get out of the body. And yes, it doesn't have to take all these emotions with him or her through the rest of their lives. It can get out of the body. So it's important to search with the child for a way in which the feeling can be expressed. That's really the second step. Okay, the third step is explore and memories. The child can look back at the old situation and know that it's a good memory, hopefully good memory, and the child knows that this is part of his life, and life changed, and life will never be the same. It's different now, but the way it was is just never coming back. The child adjusts the new reality, and it learns to how to deal with the new situation. And in this period, new rituals get going and can be helpful for a child. So, for example, if the child, you read normally a story to the child, it's the mommy who reads the story, and in a new situation it's the daddy, that the child can tell the daddy that he wants to read a certain story, and it helps the child for whatever thing he's dealing with. And this is a new ritual, and the daddy will read this story because it helps the child. And so you can talk about the new rituals. It used to be mommy, but now you live with daddy, so now it's daddy who reads you a story. Or you can do turns, you can do FaceTime, and once a week or twice a week or how many times a week you want, then there's FaceTime, and the child and the mommy reads the story to the child through FaceTime. I mean, there are so many possibilities. There will be new rituals, there will be new things in the life of a child, and this is the time that it can be explored. What will help me move forward and have new rituals in my new life. Okay, the fourth one, the last step, is to connect and pick up life again. It happened and it's just part of my life. I gave new meaning to the thing that happened in my life, and this child starts to invest in the new situation, and it's okay with the new situation, and it takes the step from surviving to start picking up life again, and the loss get a place in his or her life. The family as it used to be will become a memory, and the child accepts the new reality with the new in his new face. Um, the child learns that it can be okay in his life again, and it doesn't have to be sad all the time. And there are also good parts in his new life, and that's the last step. So if your child goes through those steps, it's a healthy way. And I hope you could help your child or find some professional help to help your child guide through those steps, so that a child can have it's possible for a child to bond in a healthy relationship later on in life. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you'll enjoy your day, and I talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.